the music. Hi, everyone. My name is José. I have the very daunting task to come after all of these brilliantly wonderful women, and also the very big responsibility of being the final act before the bathroom break. So, so if just bear with me if I'm a little bit nervous. Before I start, I want to thank Hannah Birna, Christy, Lillian, Sole, Aidun, and everyone who works at the Reykjavik Global Forum for making this wonderful space happen. This is the second time, yeah. This is the second time that I've had the chance to be here, and I'm very, very grateful because it's a space that feels significantly different from other spaces. It's not baroque, there's not a fear of the void, there's the opportunity for us to connect with one another. I also want to thank them for the invitation, or rather the challenge, to come here and talk about the power of masculinity, whatever that is. I think that the 5-year-old Gael kid that was growing up in Ecuador while watching football but also playing with his cousin's Barbies would have giggled at the idea that I would be doing this today. I've been thinking on what to say. Well, I've been reflecting on the power of masculinity, or the idea of masculinity, for quite a while, but I've been thinking on what to say today for the past 2 weeks very intentionally. And it occurred to me that I should go back and think, from whom did I learn what it meant to be a man? And so, of course, the first person that I thought of was my mom, Carolina. She and her tribe of wonderful feminist activists raised me. And while I like to tease her and say that everything I learned from TV, it's a secret. It's a not so big secret that I learned a lot from her. I didn't just get my nose from her, I got a lot more. But from them, I was able to learn what a man shouldn't be, not necessarily what a man should be. In my life, I also had my dad, Miguel. And from him, while he was very present in my life, from him, unfortunately, I got to learn the worst that a man can be and the worst that a man can do. But I was very lucky, and in life I also had Giorgito, my grandfather, who, while he had never been a great husband or a very present dad for my mom and her siblings, he was the best grandfather that a kid could have. He was my best friend. He was the guy that took me to my first day at school. He was the guy that would come every day to kindergarten and read to all of us kids, which would prompt me to get very mad because all of the other kids would say, "Hey, he's our grandpa." And I was like, "No, he's just mine." He was also the man that taught me to be kind. He was the man that also taught me the importance of being able to laugh at myself. And you see, I was born at a very crucial time in his life. He was just retiring. He was at that moment in time where he was figuring out that all of the purpose that he had had in life, that he had anchored on the idea of being a provider to his family, was lost. But he was able to do something that to me is incredibly wonderful and powerful even to today, and is that he was able to find new purpose through care. He cared about me, and he cared for me. He was able to do something that Sarah Hardy describes best as the ability that all humans have, women for sure, but of course also men, to not just survive, but to thrive, not through independence, but through our ability for interdependence. And that is exactly the work that we do at Equimundo, which is the organization that I'm very lucky to work for. What we do is we leverage the groundbreaking research that we conduct around the world in order to be able to design solutions that meet men where they're at. Where are these men? Whether in person or online spaces, where they're saying, or 2/3 of them are saying that no one really knows them, where 4 out of 10 are saying, at least in the US, that they've had suicidal ideation thoughts in the last 2 weeks, where they're also asking for advice on how to become a better partner or a better dad, and where they're asking themselves questions about how to escape the economic precarity that they feel trapped in. What are the solutions that we design? There are plenty. We work with governments like our host country today, incredible host country. We work with grassroots movements in trying to strengthen their capabilities to be able to better do this work around the world. We work with other CSOs, we work with corporations, we work with Hollywood studios, with social media companies, with online gaming companies, and we've even taken to the habit of designing our own video games in recent times, which is very, very fun for a geek like me. I'm very proud of the work that we do. But I'm also very proud of the fact that we don't do it alone. We do it in partnership. And a lot of those partners are here today. We have the people from the WOW Foundation. We have the people from Safe Online. We have the people from Instituto Mapear, Instituto Papo Giomem. We have the people from AIBM, from Next Gen Men. We have the people from Christchurch Co. We have the people from Alianza Mundial por los Cuidados. We have the people from Champions of Change. We have many, many, many of our friends here. What is the work that we do? It's simple. Well, not so simple. We mobilize men and boys for gender equality, with the understanding that the gender equality is good for women, is good for us, gender-expansive folks, but it's also good for men and boys themselves. Before I leave you, because I only have 5 minutes, but I'm Ecuadorian, so I speak a lot, I wanted to ask you to please close your eyes, those who feel comfortable doing so. I'm not going to steal anything. And I just wanted to ask you a question. Who was the Yoyito that you had in your life? Who were those men that were there? Who were those men that show you not their superpower, but their rather human power, their ability to care? Thank you very much.